Manx Radio Sport.
You can possibly hear in the background the raucous travelling Wythenshawe FC support. They've seen their team have a brilliant start to the campaign. Will that continue here, or will FC Isle of Man turn around this recent stuttering form after a great run in August? They spent a lot of time on the road in the opening couple of months, and FC Isle of Man, they'll be wanting to try and make a bit more of an impression in the rain and under the floodlights here at the Bowl this evening. Paul Riley, who can bring it forward a couple of yards. Down the left it goes at a moment with a bit of space on the halfway line on the left flank up against two FC Isle of Man players. His ball in field intercepted by Jack McVeigh of FC Isle of Man. His ball in field intercepted likewise this time by Ryan Shenton. Shenton can't get the pass away. It's deflected into the pass. Sol Henderson, left edge of the box. The flag stays down. Sol Henderson in on goal here. Saved by Wilkinson down to his left-hand side. First opening of the game falls the way of Wythenshawe FC. Shenton. Ball in field, intercepted by Callum Sherry and brought down this time by Tiernan Garvey. It's a loose ball on that slippery surface though, as Brian Lee picks back possession for Wythenshawe. Dickov looks into the back post. There's Edward Brown with the header down. Great save by Wilkinson down to his right. Wythenshawe FC probing again, another opportunity. Picked up in the centre of the park. Samuel Dickov around 35 yards out, just off centre to the right. Clipped it into the 6-yard area. There was Edward Brown between the two defenders. Looked destined for Brenton Wilkinson's bottom right-hand corner, but Wilkinson does well to turn it round the post. Long throw down the right for Sean Doyle. Here's Dean Pinnington. Sea of blue shirts around him as Adam Owen clears to Sam Dickov halfway inside the FC Isle of Man half. Now Tanswell Vargas. Here's Dickov, right edge of the box. It goes for goal and just wide of the right post. Well worked by Wythenshawe, winning back possession. Tanswell Vargas feeding Samuel Dickov, right edge of the box. Tight angle, but he caught it really nicely. It zipped across the surface, but Ben Wilkinson watched it go just wide of his right post. It's going to be another right-footed outswinger here over on that far side. Brian Lee to take. Wythenshawe with plenty more options once again. Pings it to the edge of the box, and that's going to be Ryan Shenton to hit first time and in! Brilliant finish from Ryan Shenton. The flag has gone up on the far side though. The linesman's flag has gone up on the far side here. Well, Wythenshawe thought for a moment that they got themselves in front. It was a cracking strike from Ryan Shenton from the edge of the box. Wilkinson didn't move. The referee's gone over. The linesman's flag went up pretty quickly here. Wythenshawe aren't happy. And he has called an offside. The goal will not stand.
And it appears that a player has run across the view of Ben, our goalkeeper, which is an offside offence.
Just a couple of seconds of this first half remaining. And that is indeed the half-time whistle from Christopher Willen in what has been a high-tempo game between these two sides in the rain and wind of the Bowl. Half-time, FC Isle of Man 0, Wythenshawe FC 0. Now here's Dickov edge of the box, taken off his feet by Jack McVeigh. Wants to move it out to the left-hand side. That's a good ball into the path of Jacob Crook, who's got plenty of green grass to run into. To the left edge of the Wythenshawe penalty area. Here's Crook looking across. It's deflected off Goodwin, who's claiming a handball, and it's a penalty! Well, it seemed a rather dubious decision, but FC Isle of Man have won themselves a penalty. Jacob Crook's cross deflected off Fraser Goodwin, and the final touch adjudged to come off Fraser Goodwin's arm. The Wythenshawe FC players protest, but the referee was quick to point to the spot after the FC Isle of Man players' appeals. FC Isle of Man have a big chance, of which they've had few, to get in front. Here's Jack McVeigh, steps up, left-footed, in it goes into the bottom corner. FC Isle of Man 1, Wythenshawe FC 0. Jack McVeigh stepping up from 12 yards, little bit of a stutter. The goalkeeper fooled by it, and as he stayed rooted to the spot, Max Orpovian, the Wythenshawe FC goal. Jack McVeigh just stroked it into the goalkeeper's bottom left-hand corner. And despite being under the cosh for much of the game, the Ravens lead in the wind and rain here at the Bowl. Here's Shenton, taken off his feet by Tiernan Garvey, out to the right for FC Isle of Man and feeds it into the path of Owen Sherrod with a little bit of space. Wants to lift it into the box, looks for Sean Doyle. It's gone right behind him. Here's Jacob Crook with a little bit of space on the left edge of the box. Crook to hit one, saved by Povey. Crook headed down again, saved again by Povey and cleared by Wythenshawe. Only as far as Tiernan Garvey to pull the trigger, deflected and over the top of the crossbar. It's a corner. The FC Isle of Man players are claiming for something there, but the referee's not interested. It's going to be a corner. Loose ball forced to Dean Pinnington, who wants to get away from his man Adam Owen with a really commanding sliding challenge, and lots of space on this right-hand side now for Brian Lee on the right edge of the box up against his marker Callum Sherry. Gets past Callum Sherry. There's Brian Lee across the box. Henderson and over the top. Deflected over the top. It's a corner. Well worked from Brian Lee. He absolutely did Callum Sherry for pace there down the right-hand side. Fed it across the 6-yard area. Sol Henderson was alive to it. Got his shot away. But his marker just managed to get a foot across to it and deflect it over the crossbar. Big chance.
Volume really increasing as well here at the Bowl to our left-hand side, Rob.
Brian Lee with the right-footed in-swinging corner. Wilkinson doesn't get there. It's a scramble on the goal line. Which way is it going to go? There's a huge pile of bodies on the floor. The referee has called a foul. There's at least 4 or 5 players on the ground there. It all just bogged down at the far post. I'll tell you what, down in front of us, Dean Pennington, who's been celebrated that as if FC Alaman had scored at the other end. There's a yellow card that's been given as well to Brian Lee of Wythenshawe FC, but it was just a body.
Seems to be a yellow card for dissent there, as he seems to have been sin-binned by our official.
Looping pass over to the right-hand side. Left-hand side for FC Alaman. Mikey Williams will pick that up, and there's Steve Whitley on the right-hand side. It won't matter. FC Alaman have ended their barren run on their return to the bowl full-time. FC Alaman 1, Wythenshawe FC 0.
Manx Radio Sport.